Good evening and welcome to Central News for Monday 12th of March. I'm Kezia Gillings. In today's news, for over 2 decades the Port of Tauranga has been dedicated to supporting students academically through the Turirangi Te Kani Memorial Scholarships. Port of Tauranga Chief Executive Mark Ken says it is important for the port to be actively involved in the community.
We have an amount of sponsorship that we put back into the community. I think it's very important because we occupy and share a very special part of real estate here. So one that I really enjoy working with is the Turirangi Te Kani scholarships. So we've been involved with that for 22 years now, and every year we give another 4 scholarships, and we have a selection panel that chooses those scholarships. But this year we just had an amazing crew of people, another 4 doing degrees at various universities.
This year 8 students have received a 3-year tertiary scholarship. Progress on the construction of the Te Rapa section of the Waikato Expressway will mean major changes to traffic movements from next week, as the new section of State Highway 1 is connected to the existing road network. New Zealand Transport Agency Principal Project Manager Richard Young says the works at the northern end of Hamilton's Avalon Drive are almost complete. There will be several stages to fully integrate the new interchange with the existing road network. Construction of the 7.2 kilometre Te Rapa section of the Waikato Expressway began in October 2010 and is due for completion in December this year, 5 months ahead of schedule. Real-time traffic and delay updates are available on the Waikato Expressway Facebook page. Studies are being undertaken to see if there are potential cancer or PSA-beating compounds in Bay of Plenty waters. University of Waikato Coastal Science Professor Chris Battershill is looking at the biochemical machinery of marine organisms to generate biomedicinal and agrochemical leads. Chris says he is going to have a look at some of the extractions of these organisms and see if they have any properties which could evolve to be anti-cancer drugs or PSA or other agrochemicals. Once the research inventory is complete, it will be available in museums nationwide for educational purposes. Plunkett's annual appeal is going ahead after being cancelled last year due to the Christchurch earthquake. CEO Jenny Prince says the appeal is in full swing, and as all Plunkett services are free to all families, it is heavily reliant on funds raised during the appeal. Jenny says all money raised locally stays locally, so to find out how you can help out the appeal in the Waikato or Bay of Plenty, head to plunkett.org.nz. Time to check out our region's weather. Hamilton is the place to be tomorrow with fine weather and a high of 23 and low of 11. Tauranga is not looking too bad either. Today's rain should clear out tomorrow with the weather becoming fine and tending southeast winds, and it looks like a high of 23 and low of 13. Coming up after the break, we hear from Literacy and Language Bay of Plenty. Katrina talks with Bay of Plenty Rugby Union Chief Executive Mike Rogers, and Jane Kirtley has some tips for eating healthy. Join us after the break.